Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today nothing too significant, but we're just going to be talking about the disruptive weather across parts of the UK in the next kind of 2 days essentially. It's been quite a few weeks now since that snow. Technically was a white Christmas, I think, across parts of Scotland, for those who are wondering, but that's all past us now. It's a lot more unsettled than how it was at the beginning of December. This is the Meteorologist surface pressure chart on their website. You can see here the lines, the coloured lines show fronts. So we have a blue, which is a cold front, red, which is a warm front, and purple, which is an occluded front. And you can see this is today. We have this low exiting the UK, and then another low on Friday with quite a lot of fronts, which you can infer from that quite a lot of rain. The ice bar is fairly close together, so it could be windy as well. And then also we have cold air on the northern edge, so the risk of snow in places. If we look at the Meteorologist warning page, you can see the links here if you need it. This is for Friday. We have quite a lot of warnings actually across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Have a yellow warning of rain for all of Northern Ireland from midnight until 10 AM. That's for the potential of 15 to 25 millimeters widely, 30 to 40 millimeters over higher ground, with a channel with gusts of 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts of wind around the coasts, so quite stormy there. We have this warning of rain across southwest Scotland and kind of southern central Scotland from midnight to 2 o'clock tomorrow. That's going to be 20 to 30 millimeters widely, 50 to 70 millimeters across high ground, with potentially 55 to 65 mile an hour gusts, especially along coasts. I'm not quite sure why they haven't named it, because usually if there is amber level impacts from a single low pressure system, they usually name the storm, so I'm not quite sure, probably because there's not any wind warnings. That would be my best guess. And then we have the yellow warning of snow and ice from midnight until 9 o'clock. We're going to see 5 to 10 centimeters widely across high ground above 200 meters, temporarily to low levels, especially across northern areas, though any snow across the southern half at lower ground will kind of turn to rain eventually. Then we're going to have possibly 20 centimeters above 400 meters, so a lot of snow across the higher ground, with potentially ice as well. And then rain will the snow will turn to rain from the south during Friday morning. But I still think across northern Scotland, high ground especially, we could see kind of snow remaining, even potentially to lower levels during Friday. And then we have the main warning, that's our amber rain warning here, from 3 AM tomorrow until 12 o'clock in the afternoon, with 40 to 50 millimeters widely and 60 to 70 millimeters over high ground across southwest Scotland. So it could be really wet, some flooding, river flooding, surface water flooding, and it's been quite wet already recently, so it's just kind of falling onto wet ground, making the situation a bit worse. That's kind of the warning situation. If we look at the model charts, we'll start off with, let's do kind of the overview. You can see colours is rain, purple colours is snow. You can see here, this is today, showery, rain in places, and then overnight there's our big low pressure system moving into Ireland, Northern Ireland and Scotland. It turns to snow initially across that high ground, and then you can see quite a long period of snow across the high ground, potentially to lower levels initially, but then kind of turns to rain, as you can see there. Maybe a bit of snow in places, slightly lower down, but mainly above 200 meters. And then quite wet as well. You can see rain across basically all of Scotland, heavy rain too, potentially some kind of school line feature across Northern Ireland and Ireland. Also wet across the south, and then that heavy rain transfers eastwards and kind of exits by kind of the afternoon. Though the snow kind of sticks around. If you look at these snow depth charts, potentially kind of 10-20 centimeters in places. Already some lying snow here, so it looks like it's a lot more than it actually will be, but possibly 20 centimeters over high ground, and a dusting maybe to lower ground across the far northern areas of Scotland, 1, 5, 10 centimeters. Basically, the higher up you are, the more snow you'll get, though snow is not ruled out to lower levels. It will also be a bit windy as well. You can see where that low pressure system is, 60 mile an hour gusts possibly a bit higher, 65, along coasts, transferring through the kind of Irish Sea, and then moving inland, 50 mph inland across high ground, so potentially could be quite nasty driving conditions, weather tomorrow, rain, spray, lots of wind, and also some strong winds across the south, though nothing notable, potentially 40 to 50 miles an hour gusts inland across southern England, and actually to be fair, most of England, Wales, strong winds, although those strong winds exit into the Channel. A quick look beyond that, nothing really interesting. Continued wet, windy, unsettled weather. Potentially some snow across Scotland on Saturday when it bumps into the when the precipitation bumps into that cold air. Could be seeing that on Sunday as well. And then it's kind of just, we don't really have much certainty, but it's nothing particularly cold on a table. Possibly quite unsettled. Maybe something a bit colder later on, but it's really too far out to say. Anyways, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a nice day.